Can't believe it's already November. Yeah, I know I say that every single time we get to the end of the month haul, which that's what this video is. It's this October Blu-ray haul, but in general, it's more of an October haul where I go through and talk about everything that I picked up in the month of October with you guys. It's going to be a fun discussion here, and again, if you're new here, for some reason this is your first video, I do it a little bit more laid back here, try to do it in one take. Hopefully this is the time that I can actually do it, and we're going to go through and talk about what I picked up in the month of October, because I pick up a bunch of cool things, and I want to discuss them with you guys. Plus, sorry about that. The best thing is I also want to comment down below and tell me what you guys also picked up in the month of October. Let's discuss it down below, guys. Again, hit that like and subscribe button. But without further ado, let's get started talking about the video games I picked up in this month. And the first thing I picked up was The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. Now, I've only played a little bit of this so far, but I am having a blast with this. Now, I've never got to play the original, but this one's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun, and I love the aesthetic. I think the aesthetic is the main reason I picked it up. And speaking about other Switch games I picked up, I also picked up Ghostbusters, the video game remastered. Now, I love the original. I don't own it anymore, but now I have it on the Switch, and I can play it on the go, which is kind of my biggest reason for picking it up on the Switch over the Xbox One or PS4. Speaking of other things I picked up, this Mysterio statue. This is the coolest damn thing I've ever seen. If you guys want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram, I usually post little sneak peeks of what I pick up throughout the month, especially if I'm very much excited about it. Mysterio, I showed about a couple weeks ago, but I picked it up at the same time I was picking up Ghostbusters, walked in there, saw the Ghostbusters, was looking around at GameStop, saw the statue, which is only exclusive at GameStop, freaked out about it, had to buy it. It's pretty cool on that part. But now we're getting into the Pop Funkos I picked up, which I actually picked up a lot more because New York Comic Con was this month. But Madame Leota from Haunted Mansions was one of my main pickups that I need to pick up for this month. One of the biggest reasons is I've actually been waiting for this to go down in price. A lot of people selling it for like hundreds of dollars online. Disney finally put it up for pre-order. I got it. I'm very happy to say that I have it because this is one of my favorite things. And if you haven't been watching my videos for that very long, or this is your first video, the Hatbox Ghost has been in that corner for as long as I can remember. It's always been on my background. I have every single Haunted Mansion Funko Pop, and one of the main other ghosts I need to add in there was this. So that was one I definitely need to pick up. I also needed, of course, The Mandalorian. Check out my reviews coming on November 12th and further from on there. I had to get this. Pedro Pascal, one of my favorite actors working today, The Mandalorian. Had to get it. It's Star Wars. Really like the dynamic and look of that one. I had to pick up Iron Man with the Iron Gauntlet. Now, if you didn't know he gets the Infinity Gauntlet, that's your fault. Everyone in the world should have already seen Endgame, but this is a really cool pop. I wish it was him kneeling down. I'm hoping that we eventually get that, but I guess we'll see. Next one I picked up was the Batman Beyond Funko Pop Shiny Edition. Now, this is from the Batman Beyond Blu-ray set, which we won't be getting to. Spoilers for that ahead, but I really like this pop, and in general, I just love Batman Beyond. It's actually my favorite interpretation of Batman. Next one I actually picked up from a friend, and that is a Coup and Samurai Jack. This is one of the hardest pops to find at New York Comic Con. I was very grateful that he hooked it up with this. I love Samurai Jack, and now I need to buy the Blu-ray set because, yeah, your boy needs that set. The next one I picked up, of course, was Kraven the Hunter. Big fan, one of my favorite Spider-Man villains. I'm actually hoping that he is the Spider-Man 3 villain. And the next one I picked up was Benson from Toy Story 4 because, yeah, I'm going to buy every Toy Story pop now because I regret not buying Lotso and Zurg because they're like $200 each or more. The other one I picked up was also my Sandman pop right over here. One of my favorite villains as well from Spider-Man. Didn't want to take him out. I honestly just forgot until right now that he was behind me, but I also picked him up in the month of October, which now brings me to my Blu-rays that I picked up in the month. And I know some of you guys have watched these before. You're like, you're in a different set. You're in your normal set. I am. It was already set up, and I just didn't want to take it down and go move over there to my other set. But starting with the Blu-rays that I picked up in the month of October, I do that a lot during my videos, actually, when I do my reviews, but you're getting on this one take. We Own the Night. This film was directed by James Gray, who did Ad Astra and Lost City of Z. I've never seen this film. It has Joaquin Phoenix, Mark Wahlberg. Yeah, I'm gonna watch this eventually. It was $2.99. I have no idea about this movie. Heard about it. Just didn't know that James Gray directed it. So that was a definite must-buy for me. Next film I picked up was Hunter Killer Steelbook. Yeah, Jared Butler and Gary Oldman. Now, I did not see this film. My dad said he watched part of it on a plane. Loved it. Saw it at Zia Records. Had to pick it up. If you guys don't know what Zia Records is, I'm not affiliated with them at all. I just love their store to death. Go over there. They have a bunch of used Blu-rays and DVDs. That's how I get so many of these. A lot of you guys ask, how does he afford all this? So many deals. So much cheap stuff. I'm not even joking. Like, you can pick up a lot of stuff over there for the cheap. And that's usually how I get these. I look for the deals, guys. Trust me on that. Unless I really like the movie, then I'm going to buy it first day. But 100 Killer, my dad said it's a blast, and I'm going to have to check it out soon. Plus, the steelbook's pretty cool. I like the back of it. I like the front of it. Submarine movies are nice. Next one I got is Hancock. Now, I'm a major fan of this Will Smith film and Charlize Theron. I just love Will Smith. I've been in a Will Smith kick, especially heading up to Gemini Man. I was actually going to do a top 5 Will Smith video. Didn't go into fruition. Maybe eventually, maybe on his next film. I think a lot of it was just because I didn't really like Gemini Man. So, Hancock was cool. I love Hancock. I love the character in there. Will Smith's always Will Smith. Next one I got was Source Code 199 on Blu-ray. I love this Duncan Jones film. This film is awesome. Jake Gyllenhaal's great. And in general, I just really like the dynamics and the sci-fi elements of that. Kick-Ass 2 is my next one. Now, I've already owned this on DVD. I wanted to upgrade to the Blu-ray. I'm a major fan of the Kick-Ass series. Wish we would have gotten a trilogy. Sad we didn't. It's really because this one wasn't as good as the first one. Still a fun time, though. Next one I got was Fantastic Beasts and Crimes of Grindelwald. I actually like this movie more than a lot of other people do. $14.99, that's actually not the real price. The actual real price of this was like $9 for a 4K. Said, yeah, this is a must-buy. I didn't buy it. Again, I like this movie more than I think a lot of people do. But I will say this. If the next one comes out and it doesn't take what this one set up, then I'm not going to like the next one as much. So we'll put that into the pile, but I'm excited to rewatch that one. Next one I got was Speed Racer. I don't know why I bought this, but I wanted to watch it because I've never seen it in my life. Glimpse on that in maybe a couple videos from now. War of the Worlds, one of my favorite Spielberg films. Also one of my favorite Tom Cruise movies. I love this movie. It's intense. And fun fact, Channing Tatum is actually an extra in this movie. Next one I got is Beverly Hills Cops. I'm going to be honest. I've never seen a full Beverly Hills Cops movie. But I'm in an Eddie Murphy kick right now. I still need to watch Dolomite. Probably maybe I'll watch this by the time this video goes up. But Beverly Hills Cops, big fan of Eddie Murphy. I've watched glimpses of each one, but not enough to say that I've actually watched one. So, yeah, I know I'm a baby, but I'm excited to watch this one. And also I'm pissed because the second I bought that, they announced like a whole collection set coming out. And I'm like, come on, really? Next one I got was Black Hawk Down on 4K. Again, $12.99 for a 4K Black Hawk Down. It's one of my favorite action films. And also one of my favorite Ridley Scott films. I'm not that biggest fan of Ridley Scott. There's maybe a handful of films that I actually appreciate by him. Some of them I'm in the very, very minority on, like Alien Covenant, and others on that a lot of us will agree on. But really like Black Hawk Down. Needed that on 4K. Next two I got was National Treasure 1 and National Treasure 2. Picked these two up. Like Nicolas Cage. Like this lore. Surprised we never got a third one. But National Treasure 1 and 2. They're fun movies. What can you say? The next one I have is Puss in Boots. Fun animated film. Love this Shrek spinoff. Actually was probably the third best Shrek film if we were to do a ranking. It's really fun. And Antonio Banderas, I actually picked this up the day after I saw Pain and Glory, which the guy could be nominated for because he's so good in it. But I picked it up because it's Puss in Boots. Next one I got is Toy Story 4 Steelbook. Now, I really like this. Now, I do wish it was like the other Toy Story Steelbooks I picked up a couple months ago. But knowing me, they'll probably put one out like it, and I'll buy it. And I'm actually hoping that they'll do an Up one soon, Incredibles 1 and 2 one. I'm just hoping all for that, which will suck if they do because I bought all those already. Next one is Toy Story 4. Again, I actually got sent this one from Disney and Fingerpaint Films. Thank you so much for that, guys. I just love Toy Story, and I love the slipcovers to this, so I didn't want to give it up. And I also own, like, every single version of any Toy Story film ever. Like, VHS, DVD, Blu-ray, and you name it, I still own it. Like, I own multiple copies of these films. I don't know why. Like, maybe if someone wants to borrow one, I can be like, hey, take care of this, but bring it back to me, and you can take my lesser copy. But I just love Toy Story. Next one I got is Frozen on 4K. Now, I really like this steelbook. I picked this up because I've been waiting for Frozen to come on 4K just so I could pick it up. I'm in the camp that it's a good movie. I'm actually more excited for the second one than I ever thought I would be. I think people got annoyed of the music. I think that's really why people call it overrated. It's a good movie, guys. Shut up. Like, it's a good movie for kids. What are you gonna say about it? Next one I have is probably my favorite steelbook I picked up this month, and that is Gremlins. Gee, just look at this. Look at this steelbook. I don't know how the light's looking on this, but I just love Gremlins, and this is the perfect film to watch. I'm actually still handing out a digital code, so if you can find it on my Twitter, go find that on my Twitter, that link. Maybe I'll retweet it soon. But I'm going to be giving it out either tomorrow or the next day after that, so do look out forward to that because I am giving away the Gremlins digital code 4K for that. Next one I have leads me up to my Batman Beyond that I kind of hinted at earlier. I got all these lithographs from it. Don't know how they're showing up on the camera. big fan of Batman Beyond, but I also picked up this. This is all on Blu-ray, the whole set. Now I have both Batman animated series that tie up the original and the prequel series, or not the prequel series, the season series, the sequel. Really big fan of this. This is really what dove me into loving Batman so much and actually respecting him more. And actually, I went back and rewatched the Batman animated series when I was younger because of Batman Beyond. Which brings me to my last movie, which I actually didn't do this like on purpose, but I kind of did, I guess. This movie I actually already have a review out for the sequel, Dr. Sleep, and that is The Shining. It comes out next week, or yeah, next week in theaters, and I hope you guys do go check it out. Go check out my review as well up above, but I'm a major fan of The Shining. I didn't like the steelbook too much for this, but I love the slipcover. I love the red, the black, and everything that kind of goes into it. This is one of the best horror films of all time. Major fan of this one, and I wonder what your guys' thoughts are. What did you pick up in the month of October, guys? Let me know down below, guys. Thank you guys again so much for watching this. Thank you to all my Patreon supporters as well for supporting me. Oh my god, this is why I talk a lot. Oh, I get a lot of requests like, why do you talk so much? Because my voice, like, it just feels like something's coming up, and then I'm about to throw it up, so I have to keep talking so it doesn't. Then I stress out, and then I do a cut like I just did there. Or maybe I didn't, maybe I didn't. That's why I do them. That's why I talk so much. Plus, I just get very much excited when talking about movies, so kind of an issue I have that I need to fix. Guys, thank you guys again, seriously, for watching this. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, comment down below. Thank you to my Patreon supporters, and of course, make sure to go check out Soundtron Films down below on how to see films early. Thank you guys again so much for watching this, and of course, until next time, stay classy.